What are SIPs? There is no better illustration of the classic equation, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
Because you're doing 4 or 5 steps at once rather than going back, laying out, framing, shearing, insulating. We gain it all in one step.
Start with the foam insulation known as expanded polystyrene, or EPS. Premier manufactures its own EPS through its Insulfoam division. Tiny styrene beads are heated with steam to about 40 times their original size. Once the pre-expanded beads are dried, they are sent to the block molder for another round of steam expansion where the foam takes on its final density in the form of a giant block. This block will be trimmed and slabbed with hot wires to make Premier panel cores. Unlike other foam products, which use a chemical expansion process, our EPS is highly stable. EPS does not degrade or emit harmful gases into the environment. And of course, EPS is recyclable. Respect for the environment is one reason architect Paul Olson of Jones & Jones used Premier panels on Sleeping Lady Resort near Leavenworth, Washington.
The whole point of the project was to do something that was as ecologically and environmentally responsible as we could make it in terms of energy and resource efficiency. And we wanted to insulate the shell as well as we possibly could. We wanted to minimize any kind of thermal bridging that there might be through structural members. And we wanted to reduce the amount of raw material we were using, including wood. So in order to do that, the panels were a really great choice.
Premier also treats the foam to resist wood-boring insects with a naturally occurring mineral that helps prevent infestation from termites and carpenter ants. Next, we laminate 2 sheets of engineered wood, known as oriented strand board, or OSB, to the foam core, producing a structural insulated panel. OSB is the predominant sheeting choice among today's builders. OSB comes from renewable, fast-growing crop forests, not old-growth timber. This environmentally responsible wood product is engineered to rigorous specifications. Premier uses only the highest quality OSB from suppliers such as Weyerhaeuser, Tolco, and others. The pressure lamination and curing process uses a 2-part structural grade adhesive, which gives a panel its ultimate strength, consistency, and proven durability.
They go up straighter, the walls are straighter. Our buildings are typically within a 1/16 of an inch of square.
In fact, the walls of a panel home have been engineered to withstand winds in excess of 120 miles an hour and earthquakes of tremendous magnitude. You will find panel roofs at 12,000-foot elevations where snow loads exceed 250 pounds per square foot. You will also find panel housing above the Arctic Circle, where temperatures rarely get above 0 in winter. Oak Ridge National Laboratory has conducted numerous tests which compare the R value, or thermal protection, in various wall assemblies, such as 2x6 stick frame, metal studs, and SIPs. The panels have outperformed every construction criteria. A 6-inch panel wall measured a whopping 58% more energy efficient than the 2x6 stick wall. The Lund family of Olympia, Washington found out firsthand what Premier panel efficiency means.
Middle of the snowy, icy day, the power went out, and it was out till about Saturday night, and about 52 hours, and we were both amazed that by the time it had gone that far, the temperature was only just barely under